Hello everyone. If you master this four aspect of personal finance, you will start building your wealth and also you will have a rich, successful life. Let's get to it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Simon. Make sure you subscribe and also give us a thumbs up. As always, it helps our channel. These are the four very important aspects of a personal finance. Every one of you should start creating a system to develop and make them better daily. Number one is your income. Number two is your credit. Number three is savings. And number four is investment. Let's start with income. When we say income, usually once we get a good job and we have consistent income, we don't really think about what's next most of the time. But every day you need to start working towards what makes your income increase. What kind of skills can you add even where you at the same job? What can you do that can make your income increase? Whether it's a few dollars or double. Those are the things you need to pay attention all the time, because that's how you can increase your income one way. Number two is you can always generate income from multiple sources. You can always a side gig, a second job, a project you take, whatever it is, a service you give, consult, whatever it is, what your passion is, you can make a business out of it and do that on the side, on top of what you've been doing, so you will increase your income. Because your income should not plateau. You always have to work hard to increase your income. What is the next thing? What is the next skills? What is the next talent you can acquire? What's trending? Which way is the wave going? What's the next technology? What's the next skills you can develop? So all that you need to be aware of and understand how you can increase your income. Very important. Number two, let's get to credit. When I say credit, I'm not just talking about your credit score. Your credit score, of course, had to be to the premium. It had to be excellent and on the top tier, because the credit score is from 300 to 850. You need to be at, if you can, an 800 range, or at least 730 or more. So that's something you need to work hard to keep that credit score on the high side, so that way any line of credit you ask, anything you want to acquire, will be easy to get to. Whether you buying a business, whether you buying your resident home, whether you buying a car, it's from the differences from paying a higher interest rate versus to a lower interest rate. It's not just the interest rate. Yes, the interest rate you'll reduce dramatically because it makes a difference at the end of the year, how much money you spend on the, whether it's a quarter point or 1 point or 2 points, whatever the difference is on the interest rate. If you have excellent credit, that's number one. Number two is knowing how can you get more money leveraged to take a bigger amount of loan. Because sometimes when we invest on properties, and also when you acquire a business or anything, it all comes down to how much credit can you get. So the higher your income is, of course you can afford to take a loan at the higher rate. But more than that, if you have a very excellent credit history with the bank or with the lender, chances of you getting a loan against the property you buying already generating income, which it can be counted as a passive income, as when we get to it as investment, I'll explain more, but that's what it means, knowing your credit and also working towards building a higher credit limit. So that's something you need to manage and figure out what is your comfort zone. What can you do? How far can you go and get? How much of credit can be available to you? That's something you need to work hard on, because that's very important. Number 3, savings. Savings is sometimes it's natural to some of you guys because it's easy and it's a habit of saving money. But when you think about savings, you need to have a goal why you're saving for. Is it the saving, is it just because you are holding the money in the bank and savings account? It doesn't mean anything. You need to really figure out how are you saving the money and what is you saving for. So of course there is a basic personal finance, like you need to save for your emergency fund. Of course you need to have that, especially for so many months, so that way if you lose your job or your business closed or whatever, the pandemic happened, whatever happened in the situation, you should be able to handle for at least 6 months to a year without no problem to continue your lifestyle. So that's something you need to save. That's a must, right? Then above and beyond that, what can you do to save so towards you can think about what your future is going to be, so your money will start generating your money. So if you're new on saving side, that's something you really need to work hard and start developing a system. Whether it's if you are an employee or even a business owner, you can create multiple accounts and your money can be automatically dispersed to whatever account you don't want to touch. So whatever 10%, 20%, 30% of your income, you can pay yourself to go towards that investment account. So that way once you develop, once you build it up to a certain level, then you can start investing. So let's get to the investment level. Investment is a wide range. There's so many ways you can invest your money. The bottom line is whatever you invest is going to make you money, so that way your money will double in a couple of years, few years, 10 years, whatever, how long it is. But based on the risk and the reward, it's going to balance out. If it's a higher reward, chances are it's a higher risk. That's something you need to find what your ultimate goal is. How long are you going to invest, and when are you starting to invest, and what's the ultimate goal, the result. You need to really map it out and figure out what works for you. But the common and the standard investment tools are here. Is number 1 is real estate, and number 2 is stock market. Number 3 is investing on businesses. When I say investment, is basically you put your money to work and your money makes you money. That's what the investment bottom line is. Always when you invest, make sure you understand your risk and your reward. Most of the time, the higher reward, if your return is a higher percentage, chances are the risk of losing the money will be higher too. So balance that out. What is your comfort zone? How far can you wait for your investment? For example, if you are in the market, in the stock market, usually if in the short time frame, it's a little bit riskier. Chance of you losing money is higher than a long term. If it's a long term plan, most of the time it's good. Same thing in real estate. If you buy a property this year and try and sell it next year because of the fees and all that involvement, unless you bought it at the right price, the profit margin will be very small. And so you need to understand the longer time frame you have on any investment, the better you'll be better off. So the bottom line is this. As always, what Warren Buffett said, always remember rule number 1, do not lose money. That's what it comes down to when you invest. So if you invest your money, just focus, do not lose money. So you do your due diligence, you do enough research, you follow the steps what you need to do before you put your money to work, so that way you won't lose money. So remember, if you master these 4 things, like I said, I guarantee you it will change your life. So remember to work on hard on your income, on your credit, on your savings, and your investment. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of good value on this personal finance tips. Thank you again. If you didn't subscribe yet, make sure you do so now. And as always, give us a thumbs up as it helps our channel grow. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next video. Take care.